Dear students, very good morning. As you know, biology continues. In our previous lecture, that was in lecture number 1, I gave you an idea about control and coordination in plants. You all know that, understand? In today's lecture, that is in lecture number 2, we are going to discuss in detail about control and coordination in animals. Undoubtedly, you all know that different animals have got different control and coordinating systems. Understand? Every organism, you studied a diversity of organism, understand, in already 9th standard. So there are various types of animals, and every animal do not possess a similar type of nervous system. Unicellular animal has different mechanism for control and coordination, that is nucleus. Simple multicellular also have control and coordinating system in different way. Somewhat multicellular organism in lower class possess nervous system in the form of what you can say mass of nerves, which we can call ganglion. But as far as the higher class living organism are concerned, understand, we have got a particular complicated and complex nervous system in our body. Let me try to explain you. We have got a nervous system which is highly complex and complicated, and you have got some idea regarding this in previous standard also. If you think of our nervous system, it is made up of mainly the 3 parts you must be knowing, and somewhere in primary you understand about CNS and PNS. CNS, that is central nervous system. PNS, that is peripheral nervous system, you all know. If somebody asks you what is our central nervous system is made up of, you may answer immediately that nerve cell, or brain and spinal cord. Actually, brain and spinal cord make our central nervous system. Then who is actually making peripheral nervous system? The peripheral nervous system is made up of nerves. Understand? I have written one word here, nerves. I have also written fiber because you can speak nerves as well as you can also speak nerve fiber also. Both conveys the same meaning. Now, actually, where are these nerves situated? So you should remember one thing, that there is a huge network of nerves throughout our body. Understand? Now, all these nerves, which is a complicated network throughout our body, understand, are actually in contact of our sense organs. If you think of our sense organ, how many sense organ we have, you all know. Through your eyes, one of our sense organ, you see the beautiful world around us. Through ears, you can hear melodious sound. Through nose, you can smell everything. Understand? At the same time, through tongue, you can taste everything. And then you have got one of the great gift of nature, that is skin, through which you can feel the world around you. Understood? Now all these 5 sense organ has got a particular mechanism to communicate with our brain. All these sense organs do not directly communicate to our brain. Understand, these sense organs communicate to spinal cord, and then spinal cord communicates to brain. So the question arises in our mind is that how all these sense organs communicate with spinal cord. So I have written a link here. See, sense organ, spinal cord, brain. No doubt spinal cord directly communicates with brain and receive response from brain. But all sense organ communicates with spinal cord via nerves. Means any electric impulse, means any message is sent from sense organ to spinal cord via nerves. Spinal cord send that message to brain. Brain interpret and process that message and send response to spinal cord back. Understand? It send response back to the spinal cord, and again via nerves spinal cord send response to our sense organ. So that's the process actually occurring in our body. Sense organ to spinal cord to brain, again response from brain to spinal cord via nerves to sense organ. Our topic today is what are nerves made up of. Either you think of peripheral nerves throughout our body, or you even think of the cranial nerves. All these nerves, which has a complex network throughout our body, are actually made up of nerve cell. Understand? So today we want to understand about nerve cell, right? Because all nerves, many type of nerves are there that you all know. Somewhere in primary you must have studied. There are 3 types of nerves we will understand later on. Understand, that is motor nerves, sensory nerves and mixed nerves. 3 type of nerves are there, but that's not a topic of discussion now. Just now we all know that nerves are made up of nerve cell. Just before we understand about the nerve cell, suppose this is a nerve fiber. I draw one nerve fiber here. Suppose this is nerve fiber. Then this nerve fiber is made up of nerve cells, which we are just now going to discuss. I just saw, suppose, not perfect diagram just now required, one nerve cell, then here another nerve cell, then here another nerve cell. Okay, this way series of nerve cell arrange. No doubt there is always a gap between the 2 nerve cell, that we will understand just now. A minute gap is always between the 2 nerve cell. There is no physical connection. Actually it's a physiological connection that we will understand just now. So this is, suppose, a nerve fiber, or I can say nerve. Understand? and each nerve is made up of nerve cell. We can also call nerve cell as neuron. Understand? I have just shown nerve cell tentatively here because I want to give you an idea that how nerves are made up of nerve cell. Understand? Actually, series of nerve cells joint and makes a nerve fiber. Understood? How? Let us try to understand the structure of nerve cell, which we call neuron. Understand? Let us try to draw the diagram of nerve cell, and that diagram is also important. Okay, chalo with me tentatively first make some point this way. ચલો આવું કંઈક કરો arbitrarily. Understand? Points મૂકી દો આ રીતે. We are just trying to draw the nerve cell. Understood? Now, after placing the points, do this way. Okay. Then this way. There can be variation in curves. Understand? No need to worry about that. We are just trying to draw the nerve cell. Okay. This way first. First you draw this way. Now here we are trying to show dendrites. This way you can show, there is no particularly that you should show this way only. Understand? You can show this way. That is one dendrites. These are actually dendrites. Here also you can show this way. Okay. Here some more curves, so make a little less. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Then again from here. Okay. Right. From here this way you can show dendrites. Okay. I think this is branches you can draw. These are actually, we are trying to draw the nerve cell. This is actually a nerve body of the nerve cell, which is called cyton. We will understand. And then you extend this. We will label it and will make you understand what is this about. Okay. Just extend it. Right? And from here, at last, you can show this way. Okay. Now, just try to understand what we have drawn here. First we have drawn a cell body, and this cell body which we have drawn here, understand, is known as cytone. This cell body is known as cytone. We are just labeling it. Cell body is known as cytone. Then cytone is surrounded by this hair-like structure known as dendrites, or sometime we can call it dendrons also. These are minute hair-like structure surrounding the cytone, that is cell body. Understand, inside the cell body, in cell you all know there is nucleus, okay, right, okay, and just you can do some shading if you want, okay. Now, this is actually, these are minute hair-like processes surrounding the cytone or cell body. These minute hair-like processes are known as dendrites or dendrons. And then you see a huge process coming out of the cell body, and this is actually known as axon. Understand? Now actually what happens, that you should understand very clearly. What happens? Any electric impulse means any message enter the dendrites. I am not writing electric impulse, but I write message. Okay, any message enters dendrites. We are not showing from all dendrites. Enter cell body. I am just showing it by arrow. Understand, enter cell body, right? This is the way it enters the cell body. After it enters the cell body, it travels through this axon before it reach to the next nerve cell. Understand? Now what happens? When it travels through the axon, we require that its intensity of the impulse should not reduce. And for that purpose, as a protective cover, axon is covered by an insulating cover of Schwann cell. Understand, there is a such way Schwann cells are there. They are actually forming an insulating cover around axon. This is insulating cover, and these are all our Schwann cell which actually make an insulating cover around the axon. Understand? And this cover is actually, each one, if you think of this, each one, understand, are actually Schwann cells which are making an insulating cover. You can call it insulating sheath. Understand? Or it is sometimes also spoken as myelin sheath, formed by this Schwann cell. These are Schwann cell. Okay. And it forms an insulating cover around the axon. So actually what is the process? As you must know that any message enters dendrites, then travel through dendrites and enter cytone. From cytone it traveled through axon. This is the process that the impulse will travel through axon, and then it jumped to the next cell. This is what we have shown actually from here to here, that we have already shown the nerve cell actually. Now you try to understand. Now as any electric impulse reach here, means here there is a minute gap between actually the end of the previous cell and dendrites of the next cell. This minute gap, understand, is actually known as synapse. That is known as synapse. Understand? So actually what happens, try to understand it. How the message transfers. Understand that. Let us try to understand it. See now. Here I have shown you that this way one nerve cell, another, there is minute gap. Actually what happens when any message, means any sense message enter the dendrites, the nerve cell set off particular type of chemical reaction and forms or convert that message into electric impulse. The moment any sense, understand, suppose somebody touched, so that sense, the moment it enters the dendrite, it sets off some chemical reaction and convert it into electric impulse. Through dendrites, this electric impulse travel in cytone, that is in cell body, then they travel in axon, then they come at the end of the cell, and before they go to the next cell, see there is a minute gap. So actually what happens here at the end of the first nerve cell, it converts because it has to communicate it to the next nerve cell. So again it sets off such a reaction that it convert electric impulse into particular type of chemicals. Now because the electric impulse is converted into particular type of chemicals, this chemical reaches to dendrites of the next cell. Again what happens? Again the process, dendrites of the cell set off such chemical reaction that they convert it into electric impulse. Again it travel through the axon. When it come to the end, again such chemical reaction occur that electric signal is converted into particular type of chemical, and then it reach to the next dendrite. This way electric impulse travel throughout the nerve fiber, throughout the nerves, and reach to spinal cord. And from spinal cord it reached to brain. You understood this? Actually this is the process of communication between organ and the brain. Between organ and brain, actually our spinal cord is the link between brain and sense organ. Understood? So this is how the electric impulse, electric message, sensory impulse travel through the nerves, and each nerve is made up of such way nerve cell that is known as neuron. You understood this? So this way the transfer of message take place in our body. Okay, before we move for the next topic, I am again and again reminding you that this should be in your mind. Link is from sense organ to what? Sense organ to spinal cord to brain, from brain to spinal cord to organ. This is the process. understand, occurring in our body. Means each and every message has to reach the brain for interpretation and for processing it, because until it is interpreted and processed, understand, your muscle cell, understand, never get any response from the brain. It has to reach the brain, right? Now, is that happened? The topic which we are going to discuss is now, that is reflex action. Before I discuss about reflex action, I want to make one thing very clear, that you should have this in mind: organ to spinal cord to brain, brain to spinal cord to organ. This is the process occurring in our body. Understood? Now, let us try to understand one thing. The next topic which we are targeting now, that is reflex action. Here we are taking that topic again, reflex action. Let us try to understand it. What actually happens in reflex action? I am utilizing the word again and again, reflex action, and that we want to understand. Okay? This link I am not erasing, because that should be in your mind. Reflex action. Or I think now it is clear in your mind already. Sense organ to spinal cord to brain. Just let us write here for your reminder only, so that it becomes easy for you to understand reflex action. Let us just write that link. What is the link? Tell me. Organ to spinal cord, okay, and spinal cord to what? Brain. Brain back to spinal cord back to organ. This is the link. And I told you again and again that every time the message has to go from organ to spinal cord to brain necessarily, for processing and interpretation of that, and from order needs to be transferred from brain to spinal cord and spinal cord to organ. That's the complete process. Does it happen that without intervention of brain, spinal cord itself generates order and accordingly the organ moves? There is no role of brain there. That means I want to say that thinking process is not there. Have you seen such actions in your life where there is no thinking? Means you are not wasting time in thinking, because thinking and implementing is a very complicated and complex process, because thinking process involves so many steps that any message then transfer to spinal cord via nerve, goes to particular region of the brain, brain interprets it, processes it, sends order to spinal cord to nerves, nerves to organ. It takes little time, because generation of electric impulse every time, understand, and again converting into chemical, then chemical to electric signal to chemical. So that way it takes a time. Thinking process, no doubt it's a very, very fast process beyond our imagination. Then also we can say that it takes time. Understood? So are there such actions you have seen which occur without thinking? Understand? Lots of things, lots of actions. Suppose just you are running or rushing on the road and immediately you see instantly a vehicle coming from other side, you stop instantly. You think later on. Later on you think that if I haven't have stopped, then the accident might have occurred, but the thinking process comes after. Understand? You see some tasty items of your choice on the dining table in front of you and you start watering in your mouth. Then you are thinking later on that my mouth started watered seeing the delicious, my favorite item. Understand? So that is reflex action. If suppose you are sitting and somebody come and accidentally, if he tries to hit your eye, you immediately try to protect your eye with the help of your hands. So that is also, or you close your eye immediately. So that is one type of reflex action. So reflex action means ultimately what? The thinking process comes after the action has been taken. And then you start thinking कि सपोज अगर मैंने ऐसा नहीं किया होता तो ऐसा होता, that means the thinking process comes after. So such type of actions are known as reflex action. And because there is thinking later on, understand, that means when the action has taken place, there is no role of the brain. Spinal cord itself gave the order to the organ, understand, and accordingly the work take place. Take an example. Suppose somebody asks you to touch hot plate, means without your knowledge. You are not in knowledge that it's a hot plate, you touch it. So immediately you just take your hands back. That is a reflex action. Understand? So that occurs without the knowledge of brain actually. Brain does not play any role in that. So that occurs only, the link is from organ to spinal cord to organ, no role of brain. And this actually the link which take place here. This link, no thinking means no role of brain. This organ to spinal cord and spinal cord to organ, this is known as reflex arc. What is it known as? Reflex arc. Understood? No role of the brain is there. There is only role of spinal cord, means the exchange of message take place between organ and spinal cord and organ. No role of the brain is already there. Understand? So that is called reflex action. So many reflex action you can mention. Understand? In textbook they have already shown a reflex arc. And I just explain you, reflex arc means from organ, spinal cord, and spinal cord to organ. Easily it can be understood. Okay. Reflex arc they have already drawn there. In textbook, let us do a little bit for understanding. Not so complicated process is also there. Reflex arc. Sometime you are asked in board exam to just draw reflex arc, or even the short note of reflex action is asked, you need to draw this diagram. Understand, in short note of reflex action, reflex arc you have to draw. Not so complicated diagram itself, just for understanding. Draw with me, suppose. First you draw this way. We are actually drawing a spinal cord from top. Okay. this way, exactly from middle. This way. Okay. From here also. We are just trying to understand spinal cord. Spinal cord is ultimately this way, but we are seeing it from the top to understand the reflex arc. Okay? To understand the reflex arc, we are just drawing it. Now, here in between, you are showing actually spinal cord consists of gray and white matter, that you all know. Here it's all okay, this way you can show. Similarly on this side. Okay. Right? We are seeing spinal cord from top. Now next one. From here. Actually, on both the side we have to show. So, from here, okay, after drawing this, this way from here, okay, similar way from here, try to make some exact diagram this way. Okay, on this side also in the similar way. Little here this way. Okay. Now actually what we are trying to understand is that after this on both the side, okay, now first take it little bit this way, okay, and then what actually you need to understand is that now the transfer of the relay neuron and sensory neuron we just want to show here. Suppose this way, this is you understood spinal cord and how actually the message of transfer take place. See, I am showing it you from here. This way you have to draw black. This should be black only so that it gets more clear in your mind. Okay. This as it is. Okay. Now we are just trying to understand how the transfer of message take place actually. Suppose there is no need to draw organ, understand, but suppose this is any organ. Just you can show, just you can write also any organ. Hand draw karo na karo, it's all okay, no need to draw it even, understand. but what you need to understand is actual reflex arc, which is very important. That is important for us. Now, from here, return back. Just try to understand actually what process is taking place. Okay. Now let us first label it. This is already a spinal cord. We are trying to understand a reflex action. Okay. Spinal cord. Some shading if you want to do, it's all okay. Understand. In biology you can draw a somewhat shading for making some perfect looking diagram. It's all okay. Understand some curves also. This way you can draw. Okay. So somewhat shading in biology is allowed this way. Right. Actually this is spinal cord. Here I can say this is sensory neuron. Sensory neuron, and this is relay neuron. This is what we have drawn, a complete reflex arc. Organ you draw or don't draw doesn't make any difference. Now actually what happens? Any organ when receives any message, understand then that message via this sensory neuron reach to spinal cord. This is the way it transfers to spinal cord. When it reaches to spinal cord does not send this message to brain. Understand? It immediately responds and passes the message or order through relay neuron in this way. An organ accordingly behaves. Understand? So here there is no role of brain at all. So we can call it a reflex action. What you can call it? A reflex action. There is no role of the brain here. Understood? So such type of reflex arc you may be asked. So you can draw this way. Understand? Suppose hand draw karo, it's all okay. Organ lakhina, then also it is okay. So actually the link is broken here. You understood this? Organ to spinal cord to brain, but no role of the brain here. Here just the role of spinal cord. It sends immediately the order to the organ without thinking. Understand? So the thinking process is not involved in such type of action which we call reflex action. You understood? So that is what we want to explain you today. In today's lecture we explained you two things. First, that is structure of neuron. Understood? And how neuron works, that I explained you, and then I also explained you reflex arc. Understood? So for today's lecture, thank you very much. Lecture number 2 today. Right? In lecture number 3 we will understand about the structure and function of human brain, and then in lecture number 4 we will understand about hormones. So in two lecture 1 and 2, one we discussed about control and coordination in plants. Here we discussed about nerve cell, its structure, how it communicates the electric impulses, and we also discussed about reflex arc and reflex action which occurs without thinking. Okay. So dear students, thank you very much for attending today's lecture from Bharat. So thank you very much.